hear that? That's me dropping a clanger. Sorry to all the people who had anything to do with John Tunstall. I was reading this book, and it's 3 books put together by John Curry, and it's Arthur Taylor, who does not come into this story, so not appearing. Bill Lamming, who I talk about a lot because Bill had a manufacturer, Lamming Miniatures, and was a wargamer around where I lived. He lived in Hull. I was in West Yorkshire. No, I wasn't. I was in the West Riding. It wasn't West Yorkshire. West Riding is now in South Yorkshire. I don't know what the government are playing at. And stop it. I'm from the West Riding. I'm not from South Yorkshire. I digress. And John Tunstall. Now, I don't mention John Tunstall a lot because John Tunstall wrote rules and books about historic wargaming. I mean, the one in here covers every period and everything, how far to move, ranges, everything from ancient Greece right through to World War II. So as this channel's become more fantasy based, I don't get to mention John as much as I did. And I didn't really use John Tunstall's things. I was aware of him, but it wasn't what I was playing Board Games Research Group, Rob Barker. So I misquoted or misrepresented an anecdote, which is in here. It's in black and white. It's a nonsense. And it's there at the bottom. And it's a Donald Featherstone tells the tale, but apparently it's also on John Tunstall's own website. And it's the story of, in court, minor traffic offence. Judge says, what do you do for a living? The judge says, an alchemist, as he would. And so, yeah, I'd take lead, I'd turn it into soldiers and sell it for currency, which is gold, so I turn lead into gold. I'm an alchemist. Trial continues. Now that's John Tunstall. Okay. I do have a Bill Lamming anecdote. Apparently Bill was playing a Napoleonic game with Peter Gilder, and during the game Bill's entire unit of skirmishers was wiped out. So because he only had 1 figure left, both he and Peter forgot about him. But he was in a building. Much later in the game, Peter had painted a beautiful figure of a French general, Murat. So Peter's Murat is riding along, and he goes right past the hut where Bill has caught a single skirmisher. Bill remembers, skirmisher pops up, shoots Murat. Peter not happy. I bet Bill was delirious. I don't know that I am guessing. So anyway, my anecdote about Bill should have been about John, and my anecdote about Bill is brand new from me to you. So I hope I've gone some way towards redressing the balance. I do make mistakes. I don't script things, and I don't research things. When I was a teacher, I used to say to the kids in class, look, I'm going to make mistakes this week. Anybody who spots a mistake can have a house. We used to have house points. Can have a house point. I'd do deliberately. The middle of just a random conversation, I'd say the wrong date. Or I'd say, of course, 2 2's 6. And I did easy things. But occasionally that covered me for when I genuinely did make a mistake. And the kids in the class who were even cleverer than me, and I had quite a few, could go, oh, sir. And I didn't go, oh, no. So what I'm going to say is, I'm going to end on this. I'm going to make mistakes, but I make them deliberately. And if you spot a mistake and comment upon it, you can have a Galen's got Parkinson's tick. not like burrowing insects. Tick. I'm not going to give you anything. You don't give me anything, do you? apart from your time, love and affection. But, you know. So, yeah, that's it then. Ta-ra, Chuck.